My practice is interdisciplinary, everything but painting. My name is Cheryl Pope. I'm an artist in Chicago. Just Yell Poetry as Self-Defense is an interactive, immersive, and engaging project that responds to issues of segregation, gun violence, inequality, and systems that abuse power. For the past 3 years, been engaging with youth in Chicago, responding to these issues, primarily through their voice. Yelling is what cheerleading used to be called. So from 1880 to 1920, they were called yellers. And so looking at that as a framework where we related to cheerleading, where we kind of have something to cheer for, we're supporting, we're believing in, we're rooting or calling attention to, and then the complexities of the word yell, that you could yell for fear, you could yell for joy, you could yell for help. Within this project, I see myself almost more as a designer that's designing situations that shift the usual setup of for performance in audience relationship, that there would be a barrier. When that question is asked of what the role is of the poetry listener, there's that automatic etiquette that comes with it is what I'm attempting to break down. So with Walk With Me #3, students from Phoenix Military Academy performed at the Poetry Foundation, which began with them carving their poems into the surface of school desks. So that when the viewer came in, their first encounter and engagement with poetry at that point was literally just being carved into the surface. It was almost an audio that they were being drawn towards. Then they came up to the young people and would see them scratching that and peering over their shoulder. At that point, the performers had the option to invite the viewer to go for a walk with them. In relationship to the reading of the Declaration of Human Rights, which is an audio component in the show, and with that was an exploration into the embodiment of language through reading while breathing in rather than exhaling, so that right now I'm giving you my voice, but how do I take my own voice in while reading and still having it be within an oral, audible space, not inside the body. So if it was, everyone has the right to, if I'm reading that right, that I'm taking it into my own body. You know, I've been thinking a lot, actually, as it relates to like text messages, because text messages start to come in these like poetic fragments, and that when I'm reading them, it's my voice reading somebody else's. I first came to poetry in high school, and I think it's similar why I connect with young people through language today, and why so many young people go to language is because it's free. But I think that's what's most important about it, is that all you need is your body for it. The power that we feel with leaving our mark and making our voices as like a mark, as an impression, and the mere action of engraving, when it's carved into something that it's not on the surface anymore. It's almost like if it is a wound, that it's like it's carved into the skin. It's broken that surface. So it's the way that it's then embodied, that desk can become a part of it, that their voice cannot be removed anymore. The power and the beauty to go to poetry as a mechanism to survive and to continue to be an activist, but with it has to be encased in so much hope, that to believe that poetry can make such a difference.